Hello Internet, it's your boy Scruffy King here, and today we're going to be watching a little bit of a replay commentary, a turbo mode game where we're going to be playing Ursa. Why did I pick Ursa this game? You know what, I just enjoy Ursa. Ursa's a hero I've always loved. I've got a crazy cool set for him, which is always like a big part of my picking process. And it's also a hero I haven't played a lot in a while, and I haven't seen much of in the latest couple of games that I've been playing. I don't see Ursa as prevalent as he used to be, and prevalent, excuse me. I don't see him as prevalent as he used to be, and I'm not sure why. The hero is still super duper viable. So yeah, we're just going to get into it. When I saw I was landing with the Legion Commander, I was very skeptical. I thought to myself, okay, well, I don't know how this one's going to turn out, but I guess we'll just have to do our best. Because if I look at their team comp, they seem to have a lot to deal with melee heroes. I mean, they've got the Weaver, Invoker, Lina, Viper. All of those heroes will break you down before you can close the distance. And here, I am super proud of this play. I saw there was a big team fight happening down up top. I was down bottom. I decided to TP in and see what the hell I could do. And there we go. We got a double kill. 3 heroes down. Feels great, man. Feels great. I thought that was a fantastic start to the game. If you guys didn't see what happened there, basically I started off down here. I was sitting in the bottom lane waiting to get a rune, and then I saw 3 of them contesting a rune up here. So what I did was I just TP'd up to the top to see if I couldn't help out my team in the fight. Just because me being there with these fury swaps, that kind of damage stacks up, and as long as the enemy team can be around for long enough, we can take them out. Now, the reason it worked out so well for us is everyone's on level 1. No one has boots, no one has that kind of escape, no one has any kind of way to, just get away from me while I'm hitting them with those fury swaps. And that's why it worked out so well. So we're off to quite a big advantage here. So, against a Weaver and a Lina in this lane, it was a bit of a scary lane for me, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't sure I was going to go down at all. But here we go. So started off with the basic stuff, stout shield. I needed the healing salve just in case, because Ursa can get taken out quite hard. I really like the orb of venom because Ursa just having that additional slow, especially in the early games, just works out so well for him. So yeah, because of the start we had, I got early phase boots here, which are really going to make a difference to me. And the big thing is, because I'm alone, I need to do the harassing myself. Just keep getting those fury swap stacks in, keep making them scared, keep making them not want to go in and initiate on me. That was the plan. So yeah, in terms of item choice, I just wanted to go straight for the Vlads. I love lifesteal on Ursa. I think it's absolutely necessary. It's kind of like buying lifesteal on Troll Warlord. Sure, you can skip it, but man, it's just so good to have. Just to reiterate again, this is a turbo mode game, so Courier automatically upgrades like all Dota games, but Courier also automatically gets bought. There's 4 or 5 Couriers, and you can buy things from anywhere on the map. Okay, so here I'm just trying to block it out a little bit. I want to pull the creep wave back. Okay. If you haven't seen this is something a lot of players I don't see doing. If that Weaver uses his swarm on you, if you stand behind enough creeps, you will end up blocking it. Because what happens is that swarm runs into the creeps first, and if there are any bugs, I suppose, left in the swarm, then they will only hit you. But if you're standing behind creeps, the creeps get hit by the swarm, and you standing behind them don't get affected at all. So yeah, our team's doing really well here. I think because of that strong start, the other team just started on the back foot in a major way. So yeah, I tried it there again, but I slightly mistimed it there. Obviously, I think you just need a bit of a bigger creep wave. It's not an exact science, to be 100% honest, but the best way to think about it is, do I have a big enough creep wave in front of me that I feel confident it'll, absorb all the hits from that swarm? I know I'm foregoing last hits here, but my thoughts are, let me rather go in for the harass, because first of all I can get the kill, and second of all, if I harass them out, I'm just denying them experience and gold. Like, they are just being denied that. And sure, I miss out as well, but I am so far ahead, it's not as impactful if I miss out on a little bit of XP than if they do. Because remember, they're also running back, they're also running low on resources, all that kind of fun stuff. And it allows me to push the creep wave out again. Just a little bit, because it's not fun hitting under your tower. Speaking of hitting, some of these last hits were a bit abysmal.
Mega kill! On edge! This is ours.
So yeah, now got our Vlads figured out, built up, ready to rock. You know, having that is just so good. It means you can go in for Roche. Look, you don't need the full Vlads to go in for Roche, but it definitely helps. Okay, and then as soon as I saw this Invoker come in, I wanted to rage right away. I wanted to tag myself up just in case he went for any fancy schmancy stuff. And I thought, let me just hide under my tower now. Let me hide under my tower. Let the creep wave come to me. Meanwhile, that Omni Knight is just doing work. Okay, I regret that completely. I feel like I should have just stuck around and kept farming there. But at the same time, you know, every time I get to scare off the Lina, it's just a win for me. I don't want to go too deep now, because I see the Invoker there, I know the Lina's there, I'm alone in the safe lane, and I'm pretty sure the Weaver is somewhere around there. So I don't want to commit too hard. So I'm rather just letting the lane push out a little bit. Get a bit closer to my tower, get to where it's safe, and then try farm again from there. Yeah, the casual clarities are just because, you know what, I'm just burning through my mana so quickly with this, you know, with all the constant fighting that I've been doing in lane. And you know what, the nice thing is, something else that you need to keep in mind is, even though I tend to be running around a little bit more, missing out on a little bit more CS, I am still alone, whereas the enemy team are grouped up in 2s or 3s. So what that means is that I am getting singular experience in comparison to them, who have to share their experience among each other. Okay, it's only because I got my Vlads that I'm actually even able to take this camp. Without the lifesteal, it just wouldn't happen. I'd end up, you know, using up so much just to get through this camp. It just wouldn't work for me. And obviously, for what it's worth, props to the support who stacked this. I don't even think I gave him a thank you. Shame on me. Shame on me.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So yeah, we're just farming up a Blink Dagger here. The point of farming up the Blink Dagger is just because, you know, getting that mobility on the Ursa is just awesome. What you do is you pretty much buy your Blink Dagger, you run in and you blink to initiate. You blink in, you hit them with this Earth Shock to slow them down, you combo that with Overpower, and then even Enrage if you want to, and suddenly your damage you're dealing is just absolutely redonkulous. And of course with the Orb of Venom it's even better because you got that little bit of a slow, so they're really not going anywhere for a little while. Okay, this was a little bit obvious. I thought about going for Roche, and then I thought, no, let me rather just help out my team, see if I can't maybe get a pick off on that Invoker. You know, I see him there, he's used a little bit, maybe I get lucky. I see the Legion, I see a Lina, and then I see a Viper, and then I'm starting to get nervous. So, you know, going on the Invoker, got that off, rage it up, get the Fury Swaps going. Get the Fury Swaps going. Oh, and it feels good, man. Another double kill. But I said it before and I'll say it again. I do not know why this hero is so underappreciated. I mean, look at that. I ran in with 1/10 of my health and I wiped a Lina, an Invoker, and a Viper. Granted, my Legion Commander was there to taunt the Invoker, and without his help I wouldn't have made it that far. But still, you know, like, this hero can go in there, accomplish those things, and still get up to almost half health again just from the lifesteal. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, at this point I thought Roshan, you know, I am an Ursa, killing Roshan's kind of what you do. And then with the Weaver there, it's just not worth it. Scary Sunstrike, ulti there from the Ricky. You know what, the thing is, at that point, I could have probably played it a bit differently, but my thinking was, I'm going to die anyway. Let me see if I can take the Weaver out with me. Unfortunately, that didn't really seem to work out for us. Man, that Omni hits hard. It's really hard. Willow, ouch, ouch, he got deleted. I was so hopeful for you, Willow. I really thought he could do it. Okay, so just waiting for that respawn. Kind of debating my options here. Middle lane kind of needs a push, but bottom lane's a bit of farm, so you kind of really got to ask that question. However, in turbo mode, you want to try to take objectives as early as you can because of how this game is built. You can really start doing serious damage to towers at an extremely early stage in the game. You don't have to have that much pushing potential to really put the hurt in on those towers because of how this game mode is structured. Towers have less armor, they are less tanky, so it's a good thing to consider, like going for those early pushes where it's obviously feasible to do so. Waiting for my blink here. Got the blink. Oh, and it feels good, man. Get those fury swaps in. That is one dead invoker. There's the Weaver. Oh man, that swarm just doing absolute work on that Willow. I didn't go for the Weaver because I knew he could either phase lock out of there, what's it called, time warp, where he goes back in time and reduces all the damage. So I thought, because I'm here, I have to pick one or the other one, and if I commit to the Weaver, he's just going to time lapse. That's the word. He's just going to time lapse out of there. He's going to restore all his health, and it's going to be just the end for me. But if I go for the Lina, there's nothing the Lina can do. The Lina can only try run. So let me rather wipe out the Lina and then, get back. Yeah, I thought about going for the Ancients, and then I realized, I can't see their team. A lot of them have respawned. Let me just rather get out. That is something that I still need to learn a lot of. One is sticking around for too long. I tend to do that way too much, especially when I'm having a good game. When I'm having a good game, it's that typical, I feel powerful, I can just do it, I can make it, it's going to be no problem. I think that's definitely the wrong attitude to have. I know it's kind of counterintuitive, the Shadow Blade on top of the Blink, but I still thought it was the right call here, just because, the Shadow Blade is more my escape. The Shadow Blade is my way of getting out of that fight, and my Blink is the way of getting into that fight. And blinking in is for initiation, but I can use the Shadow Blade for escape, for scouting, for all that fun stuff. I was getting a little bit nervous here about all those Roshan stuns. That just seems to happen as soon as his health gets lower. I really don't know if it's an actual part of the game, but it feels to me as soon as Roshan's health is getting a bit low, then all of a sudden you just get perma-stunned by the guy. I don't know if that's an actual thing or if that's just how it feels to me in those games. I'm hoping the Weaver will come out of his Shikuchi and I can just get him, and then I see a Lina. And I just think, oh, thanks, I'll take it. And this is a mistake. This is a mistake. I don't know why I kept attacking. I got kind of tunnel vision. I knew I had the Aegis, but that was just so stupid. I got tunnel vision there, and I got perma-stunned by that freaking Legion, and then that was just it. Oh, but it felt good to get the Viper. I mean, not the Legion. I got perma-stunned by the Invoker. Oh, but that return kill just feels so good.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
Alright, and here you can just see it. We are just melting that tower. That tower doesn't stand a chance. I went for the Silver Edge here just because I wasn't sure what to buy. Skadi was too much of a monetary commitment. If I was thinking about upgrading the Orb of Venom. Although I'm not even sure if Orb of Venom forms part of a Skadi anymore. I actually need to double check that. Skadi, yeah, you see. So, there was no natural progression for me in terms of items. That wasn't a huge monetary commitment. So, that's why I just kind of went for the Silver Edge. It's not necessarily the best here. It helps against the, It helps against the Viper, but other than that, doesn't really do much else. Oh man, and it just feels so good to spank that Invoker and the Ricky for that matter if I can get him. So man, it feels really good to get those kills and then just kind of steamroll over them, you know, take out those racks and really just get things done. Okay, and here I was still stumped for what to buy. I sold my orb. I'm not even sure what I bought. MKB. Again, I really didn't know what to buy, so I just thought, ah, pure damage, why the hell not? Why the hell not? And then I thought, you know what, though, that stun could be invaluable against people like the Weaver. Because, you know, if he's stunned up, he can't time-lapse, he can't do anything. Oh, fucked up that Sunstruck. Hello, Invoker. Man, that hero's nasty. Super nasty. That was a completely unnecessary death on my part, diving way too deep. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is a player I make, and I think a lot of lower tier players like myself make. Like, you know, people who aren't in the top bracket. They tend to, myself included, tends to feel like you're having a strong game, so you overcommit. You commit too hard, and because of that, you end up just dying and throwing. And it happened in quite a few games in the last couple of days where, you know, myself and my team will be doing super well, and, you know, having an awesome game, completely stomping our opponents, and then for like 5 minutes we just get team wiped 3 times and just throw super hard. And it's that typical, I'm feeling strong, I'm not going to play careful, I just want to push in now. And that's, I think that's where it comes from. So yeah, man, that Omni, look at his items. He has the Radiance going on, the phase boots, so cheeky. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And that was also a complete misplay. I don't know what I was thinking there. I was hoping he'd get a little too worried about the Omni nearby, so that he wouldn't try to stop the creep that I was TPing to, or kill it. But obviously that didn't really work out in my favor. But hey. Oh, and this is exactly what I was worried about. And we just need vision. Our big problem is we just don't have vision on this Weaver. Now I see the Viper and I think, okay, Viper's my best bet simply because he can't do anything. He's got no escape, he's got no invis, he's got no nothing. I just need to be near him enough to get the hit off. And now, that Invoker, man. Oh, he just got melted. It feels so good. Okay, so now we're just running in here. Time to knock down their front door. Let's see what we can do. I mean, look at how that just completely gets wrecked. Oh, pity. Pity. He's quick with those Shikuchis. I'm a little on the fence about how to play Willow. The same with Pangolier. With those new heroes, I'm really not sure what the best bet is. I'm familiar with the whole Javelin meme, that it's actually really good. You know, you buy a couple of Javelins on Pangolier and that's what you use on him. But like Willow, I'm not sure what the build is. I assume a Kaya, and I don't know. I just don't know the hero that well. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I need to play her a lot more. And when I do see her, I feel like the people I'm watching her play aren't quite sure what to build either. Okay, if you're wondering what's happening here, is Ricky is level 25 and he's got that stupid ability that makes him like perma invis unless you got detection. Attacking does not break his invisibility at all. Which sucks. Oh, Lagooned me, got Lagooned back. Oh man. Oh man. Ugh, but it's fine. You know what? Sure. But space created. We got 3 sets of racks. We got megas. They're incoming. We're Gucci. And we got a 35k gold lead. It's crazy.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So yeah, you know, dead forever. But yeah, back to my point, you know, Pangolier and Willow, those two new heroes, I feel like people haven't quite found their role for them yet. And I think it's going to be interesting. It's really interesting to see how they're played, because I mean, Pango's got a lot of potential as a core, but it's got also a hell of a lot of potential just as a maybe position 3 offlaner, you know, or a roaming support. That's also something he can do. This gem was just because, you know what, I was completely fed up. I wasn't sure what to put in its place. I just decided to drop my Vlads, but I was sick of this Weaver being permanently invis. You know, another hero that I'm not quite sure what to do with anymore is Monkey King. Just because he's been nerfed so hard recently, and I actually love the hero. I think he's got a really cool design. I like that he's different. He's got elements of him that make him completely unique. You know, like Pango's got that vector targeting, and Pangolier's got the ulti. Monkey's got that too, you know. Monkey's ult is completely unique. He's also got the tree dance that allows him to jump around. You know, he's got the ability that, I'm not sure what it's called, I can't quite remember, but the ability that allows him to turn into objects around him. So, you know, I think it's called Tricks of the Trade, that allows you to, you know, turn into like a bounty rune and just sit on the rune spawn spot and wait for an enemy to rock up. I think all of that is super duper fun, and I really want to play a lot more of him, but I'm just not sure how to play him anymore in the new meta. It's 7.07, I'm not quite sure what to do with him. Okay, this Viper screwed up. No, my friend, you went way too deep on your own. But granted, he was obviously of the opinion either I go in or no one goes in, so... I mean, if you look at that, I mean, that Invoker just got us down to half health with one ability, and he's so far leveled below us. But anyway, that's the game. A little bit of savagery from an Ursa. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with this game. The team played really well together. And yeah, a GG for this one. For you guys to check the scoreboard quickly, let's see what's going on. So yeah, I mean, looking really good for Ursa this game. GPM looking great. XP per minute is looking great. Overall damage was crazy. This Omni, I mean, yo. And if you want to check the graphs, play net worth, wow. Interesting game. Interesting game. So yeah, that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you did. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Scruffy out.